Okay, so hello. I'm gonna show you guys a little video on doing a sunburn that you'll see here. I'm gonna go ahead and set it up and mostly just get to like the technique, I guess. And then if you guys have any questions, you can let me know. I'm just gonna do, obviously Courtney has a sunburn on her chest here. So we're just gonna do that little section there and kind of show you how exactly you can fix that in Photoshop. You can do this with like tan lines. You can pretty much do this with like anything if you wanted. Because it's basically just using dodge and burn and then making a few color corrections. Which is why I have the visual aid open as well, if you can see on the side here. I like to do it in black and white just because then I'm not focusing so much on the colors and I'm focusing more on the actual luminosity. So you can tell her sunburn was, raging at one point. Sorry, Courtney. And you can see the two differences in luminosity here between the actual sunburn itself and then, Jesus Christ, her, normal skin. I also apologize, Courtney, for completely zooming in on your boobs. Let's go here. There we go. That's, not that much better, but, point is made. I'm going to start here. I'll do a little bit. I don't even really, it doesn't take that long. I'll just kind of do it and see if I need to slow or speed anything up. I'll kind of go from there. So I'm just going to start. Usually I'll start with a low flow, 100% opacity, very soft brush because, it's her skin. You don't want, wrong button, whoops. Yeah, it's her skin. You don't want to have any harsh edges again. You can see with her sunburn, obviously it's slightly diffused on the edge, but you don't want it to be, I don't even know how to explain, a sharp edge. Does that make any fucking sense? I don't know. Okay. I'm going to start and then I will come back and show you kind of before and after. But basically what we're going to do is go in with dodge, obviously, because it is way darker than the rest of the surrounding area. And we're just going to dodge until we feel like it looks pretty good. I might do a little bit of burn just on the outer portions. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but just depending, just to kind of blend it all in, and then also take into account too the shape of her neck and her actual chest as well. You want to get, you don't want to have it all completely flat. You want to have it relevant to the area. Does that make any sense? The area of the body. So if I was gonna go on and dodge and burn on her fucking neck, obviously I want to have some God, what is the word I'm looking for? Dimension versus just fucking flattening it all out and making it look like 2D. Does that make any sense? I keep saying that. I'm sorry. Let me just get started and we'll kind of go from there. I'll be right back. Okay, so I wanted to point out here, I'm not completely done, obviously. I'm just going to show you before and then after. I'm liking how it's looking, but I kind of want to go back and adjust some of the colors and see how I feel. I might do a little bit more, it depends. I'm obviously not done her whole entire photo. I've just started on the sunburn. So when you take it off of the visual aid, as you will see with the cursor, it is bright red, pink, whatever kind of salmon-y colored, I don't know. Again, I'll do before and then after. Now I'm going to go in, and I feel like it looks pretty good. I'm going to adjust some of the colors, and I'll show you I'm using a hue and saturation filter. And I'm going to go in and just like change some of the colors and then see how I feel about it after. Because I feel like it looks pretty good in black and white. The only thing I might do is ever so slightly dodge a few more spots, just depends. And obviously I might adjust it a little bit later once I'm done the whole photo and I figure out how exactly I want it. But for like a first pass, I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm going to go in. I say I'm pretty happy with it, and then I go and change like everything. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go in, I think, just a little bit like around here, ever so slightly, because now that I'm like zoomed in, I can see just a few things where I feel like, you know, could look slightly darker. I'm not sure. Oh, sorry. My dog is resting his head on the fucking, oh my God. Wow. Okay. Yeah, my dog was resting his head on my laptop. Anyway, I'm going to dodge just a teeny tiny bit more, and then I'm going to go in, you'll see it with a hue and saturation filter, and I'm going to basically cancel out the red. Oh wait, wrong thing. Yeah, I'm going to go in and cancel out the red with the hue slider, and I'll show you that in a second here. I'll get it all set up and then we'll go through it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and adjust the skin tone on the red of her sunburn, because now we've lightened it, but it's still red, so we need to cancel out that red in her skin. Unless that's like the look you're going for, but not really in this case. Anyway, what we're going to do is, first I'm going to invert the layer mask that you can see that's attached to the adjustment layer. So you're going to go Command-I, at least on Mac anyway. I have no idea what it is on Windows, sorry. If I find out, maybe I'll put it down there. But Command-I to invert. I feel like it might be the same. I don't know. I feel like everybody always says that there's so many differences between Mac and Windows. And like, is there really? Like, I don't know. Is that just me? Anyway, I'm just going to paint over with a white brush, because now we've inverted it to black. So we have to color it in with white. Just again going over with like a soft brush, just on the areas that look red, basically. The good thing with this is that if you want to concentrate, you can see it's a little bit more, not saturated, but it's a little bit darker over here. I'm just going to brush over it a few times so that it really gets it. Alright, and then we're going to take the hue, and I can't remember, yes, this way. So to the right, it turns more green, and to the left, it's pink. So I don't know if you guys, well, pink and purple and blue, whatever. I don't know if you guys like that, but feel free. So one thing that I'm gonna do, I feel like we'll start there. Now that I have the kind of hue that I'm looking for, might go paint over just a little bit more. And switch it if I need to, because I feel like, what the fuck? Go. Am I blind? Is this going? Oh, yeah, it is. Jesus, okay. I'm just stupid, apparently. Just gonna brush over that. Was turning shit green. My bad. Okay, back to white. Now, just go in. Just on small areas that I feel like I need to brush over just a little bit more. And you can always do like 2 or 3 hue and saturation layers if you need to. It's just up to you. I'm just playing around with the saturation level in that, because we want it, for the most part, to match the skin around it. You can play with like the lightness and the darkness as well. So, that before and after wasn't too bad. If you're really picky, you can go in and do a little bit more. Like, you can get aggressive with it if you like. Feel free. I'm not really that picky, but I don't know if that's just because I'm lazy. Probably part of it, but I also tend to play around with the skin tone a little bit. I'm just going in with some like dodge and burn just to even that out. I'm kind of not liking the muddiness, so I'm just like brushing over it to get rid of some of that. So this is what we did with the hue saturation. So like I was saying, you can go in and play around with layer masks and stuff with that. I'm not like super picky when it comes to that stuff, only because I will probably go in on the whole entire image and do a little bit more on top of this. But this, for me anyway, I like to start with this because at least it gives me like a starting point, if that makes any sense. Like, now that I've done this, I'll probably go in and pretty much go over it once more. Like, I'll do her like forehead, I'll like adjust the tones and stuff and, you know, clean it up, change if I wanted to change like any of the actual hues of the background or her bikini or whatever. I can go and do that. I basically will kind of start from zero, but I like to get like big stuff like that just kind of out of the way. Another thing too is that if you feel like you like the work that you've done in the actual folder here, you can just change the opacity of the actual folder. You can see it kind of changes. I'm fine with that, especially because I think I'm going to go over it like one more time. But that's pretty much it. I mean, if you want to get real crazy, you can be really precise with it. Like, you can really cancel it out if you want. Go in with a brush. There's like a few spots that I feel like look a little bit green now. And just paint over them. I'm probably going to be playing with this for like an hour. I don't know. Okay, I'm happy with that. Again, and you can also change the opacity of the actual layers in the folder as well. So if you wanted to, like, say you do this with the hue saturation and then you wanted to take it down just a smidge, you can. Again, like I said, I usually will keep it like, I'll just keep it on 100. It really depends on the photo that you're doing. But because I know I'm going to go back in and basically dodge and burn everything over again, I'm not like super picky as long as I get the majority of the skin tone nice and even. And then I can always add another layer, go down to color blending mode. If I really, I say if I really, as if I don't do it, but I do. Usually when I'm done the image, I'll pick like a good, you can kind of scoot around on your color picker and pick like a nice, whatever. You can pick a nice skin tone that you like out of there. I usually like a little bit cooler toned portions, so you can see like the skin tone varies, obviously. But I usually go for something a little bit cooler. And you can raise your opacity and flow. And then I'll just play with like the the opacity of the actual layer. So I'll just kind of go in and like paint you can see that just completely gets rid of basically all the colors that we just worked with. But I go back and adjust it to like, I don't know, 25%-ish. See, it just kind of levels everything out. And again, I'm going to go back in though. I just wanted to show you guys that you could do that. But I'm going to go back in with Dodge and Burn and such. And then I'll put the like final picture at the end here. Let me know if you wanted to see anything else. But that's pretty much it for the sunburn. You can do this again with like fucking anything. Suntan. Well, not suntan. What's that fucking called? Tan lines. That's what I meant. Tan lines, sunburns, pretty much anything that you want, I guess. I mean, I pretty much use it for everything. Let me know if there's anything else you wanted to see or if I'm just talking for no fucking reason.